Hello, hi, how are you, ma'am? Good
I'm
morning.
well, thank you. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thanks
Yeah.
for asking. Feeling elated having you here. So it's my pleasure to have you on this
Oh,
conversation because I
thank
was
you.
looking for so long to have a conversation with you.
Oh, thank you
And
very much.
finally,
It's great to meet you too. Can I just ask you to introduce yourself, please?
yeah, definitely, ma'am. My name is Anuj. I am from India, Uttar Pradesh,
Okay.
and I work in a government sector as well as I have been learning this language for almost 1 year. I
Right.
have a YouTube channel. Just 3 months back, I started my YouTube channel to
Right.
improve my communication skills in English language.
Right.
And yeah, I upload conversational videos over there. And slowly and gradually, I'm improving. So that's pretty
Okay.
much about me. So
That's
I would
great.
love to know something about you.
Thank you. So my name is Neetu, as you know, and I am originally from Kerala in India. And I moved to England when I was 4 years old, and I did all my schooling there. And for the last 14 years, I've lived in Bangkok in Thailand. So that's where
Oh,
I am now. Yeah. So I live here with my
okay.
family, my husband, and I have three boys, but two of them are here with me. Yeah.
What is the time it is right now in your country?
So now it's just after 12:30. Yeah. In the afternoon.
12:30.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Little bit different from
Yeah.
India.
Yeah. So not much difference really. 1.5 hours behind. Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. Did you grow up in UP and you settled there? Yeah.
But right now, I'm living in Punjab
Ah, I
at my
see.
workplace.
Okay.
Yes.
And how is Punjab compared to UP? What would you say you like about the Punjab?
Yeah, as compared to UP, Punjab is quite developed
Hmm.
and I would say little bit expensive as
Okay.
compared to UP. Yeah.
Right, I see. And how is the work and everything? Are you finding it okay? You're
Yeah,
enjoying the
everything
work?
is going well. Yeah, everything is going well.
Yes.
And I'm enjoying learning this language as well. And
Hmm.
whenever I get time, I work upon my communication skills. Sometimes I watch English podcasts, English videos to improve my fluency in this language. I'm
Yes.
pushing myself into reading as well.
Right.
I'm trying to read books because reading is also a necessary parts of learning this language.
Hmm.
That's why I try to speak with more and more people whenever I get time, apart
Mm,
from my job.
that's excellent.
Yeah, how was your day so far, ma'am?
My day's been good. I'm a tutor on Cambly, so that's what I do during the
Mhm.
daytime. So, as you know, yeah,
Oh,
Cambly is a English speaking platform. So people from
yes, yes,
different
I
countries
know.
can practice, yeah, English. So I have my regular students and then some, not regular students who just randomly want help. Yeah. So usually
Oh,
my mornings are spent doing my sessions. And then I try to fit in conversations as well whenever I have
so
free time. So yeah, sometimes time is a bit tight, but I do my best. Yeah.
yeah. So
That's
you provide one-on-one session on Cambly.
that's right. Yeah. One-on-one sessions.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's also a learning process for me because there are many countries that I don't know about. And when I speak to students from those countries, it gives me exposure to their culture, their traditions, like for China, Japan, Saudi Arabia,
Mhm.
Brazil, like anywhere really. Um,
So English is your like a native language.
English is I would say I'm
Yeah,
most fluent in English because I've been
yes.
speaking it for the longest.
From
I
your
also have,
childhood.
yeah, Malayalam is is a language from
Yes.
um, Kerala. So I'm trying to keep up with my Malayalam. It's not, I think grammatically it's not correct sometimes, but I try my best.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I try to speak it. The
Because
important
you
thing is
have been living.
speaking. Do you agree, Anuj?
Yes,
Speaking is very important to keep in touch. Yeah.
definitely, definitely, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
nowadays I'm feeling like I'm not developing. I'm feeling like stuck.
All right.
I'm doing continuously my work. I practice listening, reading, and speaking, but I
Right.
feel like stuck somewhere. I'm not improving. So how can
Mhm.
I push forwards? Give me some
Okay.
suggestions.
Yeah. So one thing I would say is keep working on your vocabulary because, even if you know words, we can learn other ways to say those words. Yeah. For example, emotions that we use all the time, we might say happy, sad, angry, excited, and we can find synonyms for those words so that when we're speaking, there's our vocabulary is richer. I think that's a good way to do it. Yeah. So, yeah. So, with my students, I always say kind of try to expand your vocabulary by using other synonyms. Yeah.
Mm.
And then you'll find that gradually, so instead of saying I was happy about my exam results, you could say I was thrilled, or, I was in a low mood instead of saying I was sad. Yeah. So different ways. So like that, you can slowly increase your vocabulary week by week. Yeah. And the other thing is
Yeah,
to
but
learn
sometimes,
idioms as well. Yeah. That's a good way as
yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I sometimes I do practice with EDNs,
Yeah.
new vocabulary words, advanced
Mhm.
words, and phrases as well. But
Yeah.
at times, if we forget them, we at the time of talking, time of using when we have a conversation, that time we didn't even use those. So it's quite
Okay.
difficult to recall at the time of conversation.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. I would say, if they're very advanced idioms, it might take longer to learn what they mean. But if you just focus on language that you use a lot, like I said, like, the emotions, and instead of saying I'm going out, you could say I'm heading out now, just to make it sound more natural. That's one way. And
Yeah,
I noticed that sometimes we tend to talk in a very formal way. Yeah. So you might say, I arrive at home at 6 p.m. Yeah. So instead of that, you can just
yeah,
say, I reach home or I get home at 6 p.m.
yeah.
So, yeah, just different ways to
We
work
can
on
say,
it. Yeah.
yeah, we can use the different ways to say the one thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's great. So, do you have to
Yes.
speak English every day and it is part of your job?
Yeah. Apart
Mm,
from my job, whenever I get time, I'm just trying to
mm,
focusing on my English communication skills
mhm.
because I love to speak this language. There is no need to speak this language at my workplace,
Okay.
but I am improving my English for my personal growth.
Mm,
I love to speak English with people. That's why I'm learning. I'm very fascinated with this language. If I talk about my workplace, so there is no need to speak this language.
right.
But for my personal improvement, for my personality development, I'm improving my English language.
That's excellent. Yes, that's right. And, I always think that fluency comes in small steps, like we say, baby steps. Yeah. So it's very gradual. But when with my students, I say to them, look back at the first videos of when you were talking and you can see your progress. But sometimes we are our
Definitely,
own worst critics. We don't see how much progress we've made because we judge ourselves, don't we? So it's good to have
definitely.
the
When
kind
I
of,
started,
yeah,
yes, yes.
exactly.
When I started uploading videos, when I made my first video,
Mhm.
to when I record that video, I was very scared that time, and
Mm.
I sounds like very weird. And now, after 3 months,
Yeah.
I can see the change,
Yeah.
the way of speaking, the way of expression when
Yeah.
I look at the camera. So yeah,
Mm.
it's quite changed the way
Exactly. Yeah.
was before. Yeah,
I think we grow in
but
confidence as well, don't we? Yeah.
definitely by the time
Yeah.
we will improve, but it takes time
Yes.
because we improve slowly and gradually. Nothing comes overnight. It takes
Mm.
time.
Exactly. Yeah. That's very
Yeah,
true.
and when we comes like using new words,
Yeah.
we know a lot of new words, we know a lot of English words, but when it
Mhm.
comes to speak, we
Yes.
forget the words, what to use
Exactly.
at the right time.
Yeah.
So how can we work upon that?
Right. So one thing is we can use fillers, yeah. So when we use fillers, we have time to think of what we want to say next. So we can say
Yeah,
in casual conversation, obviously not in a meeting, we can say well, yeah, these kind of words. I
yeah,
think
we can
and pause.
like
Yeah,
we can take pause to think
that's right.
the
Yes,
exact word.
exactly. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And, if we slow down the pace of speaking, that also gives us time to think of what we want to say next. Yeah. Sometimes when we're excited or nervous, we rush, don't we? we talk like a speed train. We talk very fast, all of us. So then we have to kind of slower the pace and keep it at a medium pace. And so, like if I'm talking now, I'm consciously speaking slower, so I can sense that I can plan what I want to say next. Yeah. So that's the other way
Definitely.
to do it. Yeah. And I think,
Hmm.
we're all in the same boat. Yeah. All of us are learning. And even for me, like English is my first language, but I still, every day when I speak to people, I'm learning in different ways as well. So I think it's
Hmm.
it's just a slow process. We need patience, but over time we will develop fluency. Yeah. That's fantastic.
Definitely. Yeah.
So, Anuj, how
I
about
would
your
like to,
family?
yeah,
Sorry. Yeah.
uh, yeah, I would like to ask a
Mm.
question.
Yes,
Like,
please.
what is the best way to read books?
Mm.
Should I like go with the flow without understanding each and every words,
Yeah.
or should I get to know, like, try to find the meaning of each and every words by
Right.
using dictionary? What is the best way to read books so that we can get habituated of reading books?
Mm. So, do you mean books to help with your English learning or general books for vocabulary? What do you think?
Not for vocabulary,
Yeah.
just to mm, try to indulge more and more into this language
Mm-hmm.
so that I can get to know how the sentence are being formed, how can I use uh, to gather a lot of knowledge. I'm
Yes.
trying to read.
Right. So what I would say is try to find a book that's a little bit challenging, but not too advanced. Because if it's too advanced, we feel, we're put off. We feel like, oh, I can't manage this, it's too much. So just try to choose one that challenges us a bit. Yeah. Some of the vocabulary might be more advanced than we know. Yeah. And the other thing is read it through and then reread it and make notes while you're reading. Yeah. So if you make notes on the points that you understood from that paragraph, yeah. So for example, if there's a story about a boy who went out into the woods and there's a description about how he felt, you could just try to recall that, yeah. And when you write, it actually helps you to learn those words, yeah. So you're trying to recall the words and write them as well. But don't be
Hmm.
too harsh on yourself. Just do it little by little. So if you spend 10 minutes
Yes,
doing that, read it through and then try to kind of, recall what you read, make notes on that. Yeah. The other
yes.
thing
But
is
when
having a
we
friend.
read,
Sorry. Yeah.
yes, when we read, like we read in a just flow. When we read in our college days or school days,
Right.
just to go with the flow.
Yeah.
Don't not using any emotions and expressions while
Hmm.
reading any story or something in books.
Yeah.
So how can we inculcate the expressions and emotions while reading book? How can we improve that?
Yeah. So do
Reading with
you,
emotions and expressions.
yeah, you mean to extend our emotions or to understand the book?
Yes.
Yeah.
While reading, yeah, reading with emotions and expressions.
Right.
The yes.
Yeah.
So how
So,
can we, yeah, how can we inculcate that?
so in every language, the intonation is different, yeah, and the stress patterns are different. So when it comes
Yes.
to intonation, have you seen how newsreaders read the news? It's very much like they have a very up and down tone, yeah. So that's
Yes.
the
Yes.
intonation. So the words that are important are the ones they stress as well. Um,
Mm.
for example, if I say, I went to the park yesterday. It was a beautiful park. So park yesterday, yeah. This intonation makes you
Yes.
listen to that word, yeah. So that's one thing
Yeah.
that we can do is to make sure that our tone is not flat. It has to be raised at the right points, yeah. So we can practice reading loud using intonation, yeah. The other thing
Yes.
is I know, like in Indian languages and in English, and every language has their own stress patterns. So we have to learn that. Yeah. For example, development, we have to say development, not development. Yeah.
Yes.
Technology, we have to say technology, not technology, like that. So when we learn the stress patterns, it sounds very natural when we speak. Yeah. So these are the two
Yes.
elements,
Yeah.
intonation and stress. Yeah.
Yeah, I try to read with emotions and expressions, but
Mm,
somewhere it's lacking.
yeah.
When I am in the flow of reading, then we forget the expression. I just try to read, go with
Yeah.
the flow, don't use the emotions. I'm
Yeah.
not using. So yeah, I feel lacking somewhere in reading as well. But I think it takes time, so I have to keep practicing,
Yeah.
and slowly and gradually it will improve definitely.
Exactly. And one thing I would suggest is if you focus on intonation on that day that you're reading this paragraph, yeah. So, for example, instead of focusing on the words, just try to read it, really focusing on the intonation, yeah. And the next time you read
Yeah,
it, try to focus on the same paragraph, looking at the vocabulary. So every time you only have one focus, yeah. So that's one
yes,
thing we
yes.
can do. So then we kind of
So.
consciously practice that, yeah.
Mhm. So one more question here.
Yeah.
When I try to read books and I come across any new words
Mm-hmm.
which mean I don't know the meaning of that word, so
Yes.
should I go with the dictionary at that particular time and search the meaning of that word, or
Yeah.
should I go with the flow of reading and later I will do that to find out the meaning, or
Yeah.
try to guess the meaning with the context
Yeah.
from the
I would say
context
look
itself?
up the word. Yeah. Because that's the best way to improve what we know already. Yeah. So I would say look up the word and have it's a bit old fashioned to have books now with notes because everything is online. But I would say that works. Have a notebook for vocabulary. And then every time you find a new word, come across a new word, make a note of it and the meaning. Yeah. And then you can
Yeah.
try, every time you speak, try to include two or three of those new words you learned. And then they become part of our vocabulary bank. Yeah.
I do that. Sometimes I write down words and try to make sentences by using those words. But
Yes.
if we are not using continuously those words in our conversation, and
Yeah.
by the time we forget those words,
All
and
right.
we are
Yeah.
not used to use those words by
Yes.
the time if we are not into touch.
Yeah.
So it happens a lot of
It
times.
it
But
does.
I
Yeah.
think practice is the only way to
Yes.
remove that thing, to
Yeah.
recall those words without putting a lot of pressure. If we
Mm,
are practicing continuously, then
yeah.
we can easily recall those words.
Exactly.
Otherwise,
Yes.
we will forget.
Yeah, that's right. It takes time. And I think it shouldn't be like a learning process. It should be enjoyable as well. Yeah. The
Yes,
other
yes, yes.
thing is shadowing, even though, people are like so busy, they lack time these days. If you just spend 10 minutes a day shadowing, and there is a channel called English Speeches, which I recommend to my
Yes,
students. Yeah. So look at
English
that, choose a
speaking.
speech, yeah, and practice
Yeah,
shadowing.
I have heard about that channel.
Yes.
Yeah, I do listen sometimes
Yeah.
speeches on that channel. So
Mm.
yeah, there are a lot of politicians and yeah, these
Exactly.
types of persons comes
Yeah.
and speak.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, I
that's another
listen.
way, yeah, to learn new vocabulary, to practice intonation and stress and the flow of speech. Yeah. That's the other thing we can do. That's great. Yeah.
So, ma'am, can you share some phrases so that I can use those phrases in our conversation
Yeah.
and sounds more natural? So you can share some phrases so that I can also learn
Okay.
from you.
Yes. Yes, exactly. I mean, you could say things like, even to describe frustration, you could say, I was blue in the face because I kept on telling my friend, um, to come to my house, and she kept saying, "No, I'm too busy." I was blue in the face from telling her. Yeah, so that blue in the face shows the frustration that you feel at the
Yeah,
time. Yeah. Uh,
I was blue in the face.
yes, exactly. Blue in the face. Yeah. The other one,
Okay.
some of these I feature on my YouTube channel as well. One is I just passed the exam. So instead of saying I just passed, you would say I passed by the skin of my teeth. Yeah. So
I
this is
passed by the
something,
skin of my
yeah,
teeth.
native speakers sometimes say this. So if your friends say, how did you do in the test? It could be like a driving test, it could be any test. You could say, oh, I just passed by the skin of my teeth, or I scraped through. That has the same meaning. Yeah. So it gives a sense of how well you did without saying, and otherwise we always say things like not bad or it was good, very kind of normal words, very average words. So it's about, you're right, dressing up the language so it sounds more expressive. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Um,
Okay.
another one, yeah,
Okay.
another one I could say is I was blown away by something. So you were very surprised. Yeah. For
I was
example,
blown away.
blown away. Yeah. When it was my husband's birthday, we had a surprise party. He was blown away because he didn't expect it at all. Yeah. So that conveys his
Okay.
his happiness and his shock as well. Yeah, at the surprise. So like that we can, and like the one you said, the cherry on the top or the icing on the cake, that's the same
Yeah,
meaning.
cherry on the
Yeah.
top
Yes,
means
exactly.
means there is one more thing to know about
Yeah,
something.
that's right. So, Anuj, what would you say if you were trying to decide between two things, but you're unsure about the decision? Do you know any phrase that captures that meaning?
Yeah,
Mm.
I can use like I'm between or
Yeah,
I didn't yeah I'm not able to recall right now what
yeah.
we use.
So you could say, for example, I'm in two minds. Yeah. So,
I'm in two minds.
yes. So, like, you can't
Yeah,
decide should you do this or that.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm in two minds.
I'm perplexed. I can say I'm perplexed.
Yes, exactly. Perplexed, or I'm confused or baffled. Yeah, baffled by something.
Buffett.
Baffled is usually when you hear something and it doesn't make sense. You say, "Oh,
Yes,
I
yes.
just tried this maths quiz. It was baffling." Yeah, so I had no idea how to do it, or it was over my head. We also say this. Yeah, so something that you
Yeah,
found overwhelming, you could say, "Oh, that was over my head." Yeah.
that
So, or I'm on the fence about something. So you can't decide. It's like saying I'm in two minds. Yeah. I'm on the
I'm in
fence
two
if I should
minds.
go out tonight or if I should stay at home. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on
Yeah.
the fence. Yeah,
Yes,
even you.
exactly. But
Yes,
of
yes.
course, like with idioms, it's about using them sparingly, not too often. So they sound natural when we speak.
Um,
Yes,
Yes, right.
that's great. Yeah, just once in a
So,
while.
how often do you visit India, ma'am? Or you never visit India?
India, yeah. So about
Hmm.
once a year. Yeah. So
Okay,
yeah, from Thailand, it's
once a
only
year.
3 hours flight, so it's quite close. So the last time I went
Mhm.
was last summer, last July, and we planned to go in
Okay.
December, but one of my children has exams, so we thought we would stay here instead. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we do love to go to India, and now we go mainly to Chennai and Bangalore because we have
So
family there.
how it is different? How was your experience as compared to when you often visit India? So
Yeah,
you would see the change, the way of living in
yeah.
foreign country as compared to India. So how is it?
Compared to Thailand, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great question. Surprisingly, Anuj, there are many similarities between India and Thailand. Yeah, in the sense that they have adopted some of the culture here, like some of the Hindu culture, the Hindu gods, they also have here, which is
Mhm.
quite, which was surprising when we came here. And some of the names are from Sanskrit, so the names that people have as well. I would say it's like India is, some parts of India are rural, aren't they? They're like remote, and then you have the busy city life, and the life here is very
Mm.
similar. Um,
And
you,
names are also similar of the
so
person's name.
some of the names,
Similar.
like yeah, not all of them, but some of them, like you might have Supriya is one of the names here.
Supriya.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
names like this, and some are obviously based on the Thai language. Many of them, um, and yeah, in terms of the environment, it's similar to Kerala because they have um, coconut trees. They have the same kind of bananas. It's a very tropical climate, so there are many similarities
Mm.
like that. Yeah, um, and the
So
way of life.
nowadays it's
Yeah.
winter.
Yeah,
Nowadays it's winter there or not?
it's winter, but it doesn't, the temperature doesn't drop much. So at the moment, it's late 20s, early 30s. Yeah. Uh, yeah, so it's
That's
not
great.
very cold, but there was a cold spell for about 3 or 4 days, and everyone was excited because it's so different to the normal weather here. You know, they were selling jackets in the shops and that kind of thing. Yeah. So,
So
how about in the
weather
Punjab?
is like same. Weather is like same all the year, or it changes by the time.
Yeah, that's a good question. There are 3 seasons. So the hot season, the very hot season, and the rainy season. Yeah.
Oh, hot
So
season, very hot season, and the rainy season.
exactly. And April is when the very hot season starts. So the temperature goes into the
Hmm.
30s, 35, 36, sometimes
But
38.
winter never comes.
Winter, it goes to about 29. Like today was about 29 degrees in the morning. But that will be the coldest it gets. Yeah.
Yeah, 29 is not a winter. It's
Yeah.
like a normal pleasant
Yeah,
weather.
exactly. Yeah. How about for you in the Punjab? What kind of temperature does it
Yeah,
make? Yeah.
yeah. In Punjab, it's quite cold right now.
Right.
And yeah, and nowadays I have come at my home. I'm on
Yes.
leave right now. So
Okay.
that's why here is also, it's quite chilly, weather is foggy outside,
I
and
see.
yeah, quite cold because
I
it's
see.
December, and you know how is December in India.
Yes.
December and January, these are the two peak months of
Mhm.
getting cold,
Yeah, that's
right?
true. I was very surprised when I went to Bangalore and I realized the mornings are quite chilly. Yeah, people are wearing scarves and jackets, and it didn't feel like India to me because I'm so used to thinking it's a tropical climate, but obviously it changes throughout the year. The seasons vary. Yeah.
Definitely. Bangalore is like a pleasant weather. There is no winter happens that much as
Mm.
compared to North India
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
because
So,
yeah,
Anuj, who do you have in your
because
family?
yeah. Sorry, ma'am. What did you say?
Yeah, who do you have in your family? Do you have your parents, brothers, sisters?
Yes, I have my parents, my father to two kids. I have two kids,
I
my
see.
wife,
Yeah,
my yeah parents. Yeah, we all.
right. That's great. And how old are your children?
Yeah, my one younger one. My elder one is my son.
Yeah,
He is 9 years old, and the younger one is my daughter. She is 7 years old.
I see. Oh, that's great. So
Yes.
they both go to school during the daytime. Yeah,
Y- Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
that's good.
One
And
is in fourth grade, and the other one is first grade.
right. Do they have a lot of homework to do?
Yeah, man, they
Yeah.
get a lot of homeworks, but
Yeah.
nowadays it's winter vacation
Uh-huh.
running here, so they are not going to their school.
Right,
They are
that's
at home,
good. So they must be happy to have a nice break. Yeah. So do you have
definitely.
plans for the break for the holiday season? Are you traveling anywhere or are you
Uh,
having family time?
so, yeah, that's why we have come to our hometown from
Okay.
our job place. So
Yes.
we are in at hometown right now.
Hmm.
So yeah, we have come
Yeah.
to our home state in
Right.
UP from Punjab.
Yes. That's great. Yeah. And how do you spend your day when you're there? Do you catch up with family and friends?
Yes, sometimes
Or,
I spend time with my parents.
yeah.
Sometimes I help them to
Hmm.
do their work.
Yeah.
Sometimes I spare my time for my personal work, to
Mm.
improving, to watching videos, practicing
Mm.
our voice call applications, and watching videos,
Yeah.
reading. So yeah, I do spend. Sometimes I spend my time with my children.
Yeah.
I have to make them a study as well. So yeah,
Yes.
I can do
Oh,
this.
that's great. Yeah. So how would you describe Anuj? How would you describe parenting? What does it mean to you?
Parenting is, yeah, it's very difficult
Right. Yeah.
to make children understand. It's very difficult. They are not trying to understand anything. They just
Uh,
do whatever they want to do.
right. So if you had to use a few adjectives to describe it, the parenting journey, what would you say?
Hmm. I don't know. You can suggest me.
Yeah. So for example, we can say would you say it's rewarding? Yeah. So
Reboarding.
rewarding. Yeah. Write it like this.
Yeah, rewarding.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. We can say it's rewarding. Um, We could say it
Yes,
can be challenging sometimes, like you said, when they don't listen. Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Rewarding,
exactly.
challenging. It's
Yeah.
very challenging. Yeah,
It can be exciting sometimes because we can teach them new things and, help them to grow as people. Yeah.
definitely.
Um,
Yeah, exciting, challenging,
yeah,
rewarding,
exactly. Exhausting. Yeah,
exhausting. Yeah,
that's right. So there are so
yeah.
many. Yeah.
I know the use about these words. I quite familiar all these
Mm,
adjectives. But
yeah.
when it comes to speak, I often don't use these words
Right.
because I'm not habitual. That's why
Yes.
that is the problem.
Okay. Yeah. So you're not used to,
Yes, I'm not
using
used to.
them. Yeah. So even though you know these words, it's about applying them in the right context, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not
exactly.
using these words.
Yeah.
Yes.
But if you talk to, for example, people, do you have like a group of people who like to speak English or practice? Do you have that?
No, I don't have any group. I just
Mm.
practice some voice call application. One is Peer Up application and My CV application. So I'm using those two of applications nowadays.
Yeah.
And sometimes there is one more application, Episoden. On
Okay.
Episoden application, we can make a video call
Mm.
with the entire world people.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah.
but there is a drawback on that application. We can get only 5 to 7 minutes to have a video call conversation with
Oh,
them.
I see. Right.
But we don't have to pay anything for that.
Mhm.
We can do that easily for free.
Yes. And how about with your children, Anuj, do you speak English with them sometimes?
Yeah, I try to speak with them, but
Yeah.
they are not trying to learn. They just
Or,
comfortable. They feel comfortable in our native language is Hindi, so
yeah.
they use always Hindi. But I try to make them understand you
Yeah.
should learn
Yeah.
and you should try to speak because when you get older, when you
Hmm.
become older, you have to learn this language because
Yes.
it's a need of the hour nowadays. If you
Hmm.
know this language and you can get a good job, you can grow in your future, so you should
Yes.
learn. But I
That's
think they will learn slowly and gradually.
yeah.
I am working upon that as well.
Yeah, that's very good. So one thing we can do is if they, for example, they come back from school and you want to ask about school, what would you say? What kind of questions would you ask them when they come back?
Yeah, I ask them, how was your day?
Yeah,
What
exactly.
did you do all day long?
Yeah.
But they always used to answer me in Hindi. They don't try to speak English. They can
Right.
understand what I'm trying to ask them, but they don't give the answer in English. They give answer in Hindi as well.
Yes. That's very natural, isn't it? But I think over time, if you keep pushing little by
Yes,
little, I think they will
yes,
develop the interest as well. Yeah. So we've
definitely. Yeah, they
almost
will
finished now.
because
Yeah.
they can understand everything. Whatever I'm asking them, they can understand, but
Yeah.
they will answer me in Hindi, not in
Hmm.
English.
Yes. Yeah,
Because
exactly.
they don't feel comfortable in English. They feel comfortable in Hindi. That's why they speak Hindi.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So even that, it takes kind of it is challenging, but I think if you're below the age of 12, it's easier to pick up another language as well. Yeah.
Yes, you are
Yeah,
right.
so I think they're
Because
at the right.
children have elephant's memory. They
Yeah.
can grab things easily and
Yes,
quickly.
that's very
So yeah,
true.
it's easy.
We often say that children are like sponges, sponges that absorb water. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
sponges, they absorb easily.
exactly. So in the same way they can absorb the language, they can absorb new words and phrases. So we
Definitely.
say use this phrase. Yeah, that's great. So Anuj,
That's
what
why
would you
I
say?
always,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. What are
yeah,
your
that's
if
why
you
I
had
always try to speak.
yeah,
I always try to speak in English in
yeah,
front of them so that they can listen to me and they can learn something.
yes.
And it's become natural habits to listen and
Mm,
understand. And slowly and
exactly.
gradually, they will try to speak as well.
Yes, I agree. And little and often is good. Yeah, not like,
Yes,
the whole afternoon we can
not
speak
that.
in English. Yeah, a little bit now and then.
Yes,
Yeah, which is good.
yes,
Yeah. So
definitely.
we're just about to end. So if I could ask you, what are your hopes for the future in terms of, your life in terms of your English learning?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to do something like, first of all, I want to have a good command over this language, and
Okay.
then I will teach to people. I want
Ah,
to teach to learn this language.
yes.
I want to do something in that field.
Hmm. That's great. And
That's
I can
why,
imagine you're a good
because
teacher because you seem very patient and, approachable, which is very good. Yeah.
thank you. Yeah, I'm just trying to listen people so that if I only speak, then I will speak whatever I know. But
Yeah.
if I try to listen more, then
Yes.
I will learn something new,
That's really
right?
true. Yeah, it's a two-way process, isn't it? Listening and speaking as well.
Listening and
Yeah,
speaking.
yeah.
We
And
should
oh,
we should focus more listening rather
yeah,
than speaking while we having conversation with somebody.
yes, exactly. So that's your long-term goal in terms of English. How about in terms of life?
Definitely.
What would you like to do in terms of your family, your
In terms
career?
of life, yeah, I want to be with my family. I want to
Yeah,
be happy. I want to make
yeah,
them happy. So yeah, that's all my
yeah.
lifelong goal.
That's fantastic. Yeah. So that's a really nice
Yes.
note to end on. We're just about to finish. So what's your plan for today, Anuj? What are you doing for the rest of the day?
Today, the rest of the day, I have to do some household chores with my
Yeah.
parents, and I working upon my communication skills. I read something,
Mhm.
I listen
Yeah.
some things. Yeah, that's all because I'm free nowadays. I'm on leave, so
Yeah.
yeah, there is no worry about working.
That's
Yeah,
great. How long is your leave for? Is it for the whole month or?
it's no, it's for 20 days only.
Okay, I see. For 20 days. So I hope you have a lovely break. Enjoy your time with your family
Okay,
and
ma'am.
friends. Yeah.
A pleasure for me to have you here, and thanks for having me
Thank you.
here and
Yeah.
inviting me on your channel. So
Yeah.
thank you
It's
for
such a
that.
pleasure to
Have
meet you. I really enjoyed our conversation. So thank you so
Okay, ma'am.
much. I
Thank
hope
you.
we can connect again in the future. Yeah.
Definitely, ma'am. We will
Yeah.
definitely connect in future. Thanks for
Okay.
having me. Have
That's
a good
great.
day ahead.
Yeah, you too.
Okay,
Take
bye.
care. Thank you. Happy New Year as well. Thanks
Thank
and
you, ma'am. Same
thank
to you.
you. Bye bye.